Hey everybody, what's up? Happy June. It's Andrew Martin from Andrew Martin Energy coming at you with your June 2019 energy transmission video. Let's just stop and take a breath for a moment, shall we? Let's just stop and acknowledge the fact that we are at the halfway mark for this year. And I'm really trying not to say the thing that I always say, but I can't help myself. How in the hell is it June already? I mean, really, it's old news, I know. And if you've watched my videos, I'd say if you've watched more than, 2 or 3 of my videos, you know that I'm always commenting on it in some way, but it's true, dude. Like, seriously, I'm, in these moments where I'm just stopping myself to really be present and really take it all in and really just allow everything to be here. I just have these moments of like, man, what a wild ride we are on. What a crazy, insane, surreal, magical, chaotic, amazing, wonderful, crazy, terrifying, unsettling. I mean, it's everything. It's every adjective that I think I could even dream up is what we're in the midst of. And we are in the midst of pure potential. We are in the midst of this field of energy that is holding us in this frequency, or at least giving us access to this frequency that is off the frickin' charts, man. It is so unprecedented, unparalleled. It is so new, and it is so like bright and beautiful. It just feels like if I'm trying to tune into the energy, it's like this blinding field of light that is so bright, like it hurts my eyes. Like I have to look away. I can't physically engage this light. And what I mean by that, it's not just about Andrew the human barreling through and saying, here we go. It's about all of me being present and using all of my faculties and all of my levels of awareness and all of my abilities and all of myself to really fully connect with this field, to merge with this field, and to really integrate it. Because this is it, y'all. I mean, we are, and I hesitate to give anything like a date or to give anything like, okay, a definitive like, well, as of June 15th, we're gonna be here. Because everybody's experience is unique and everybody's experience is individual. And yet, we are also, all of us in our own way, moving into fields of energy and experiences that are brand new, that are blowing us back, that are blowing our minds open, that are knocking our socks off, that are just completely rendering us often speechless and without the language or the means to communicate what it is that we're going through. And I know that right now is intense. And I know that it is like, whew, like I just gotta take like a huge, deep breath. Like every single moment, it seems like I'm just being reminded to come back to the breath and to just anchor into this moment. Because it is, again, as always, it is the I, it is the center. It is that place which gives us the perch of the observer, right? The observer's perch. It is the eye that gives us the stillness and the calm. It is the eye of the storm. Literally is the place. And to find the center of the storm, we've got to find the center of ourselves. And that is one thing that has not changed and one thing that will not change. And as we are proceeding towards the end of this year, as things are going to continue to intensify, taking the time, making the time, dedicating the time to connect with yourself in silence, in clarity, in peace, even if it's 5 minutes of you just staring at the wall or staring at the ceiling or going outside and laying on the grass and staring at the clouds. Whatever you've got to do to find your resonance of yourself, do it. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. And what's that saying? If you don't have time to meditate for 5 minutes, then you should be meditating for 15. And it's not always going to be meditation. Sometimes it will be journaling. Sometimes it will be body work. Sometimes it will be crystal therapy. I've got my pink Lemurian friend here. Mwah. Sometimes it will be, connecting in community with other people that you can, share with. Sometimes it will be salt baths. Sometimes it will be earthing. Sometimes it will be whatever it needs to be for you to find that connection again. And there are so many things that I want to share with you for June, and there's so many tidbits, and there's so much probability this month. Probability in ways that I am just starting to scratch the surface. The potentiality that we are in, and how quickly things turn around, and how quickly things can manifest when all of us is present. It's freaking me out in a good way. I mean, it's mind-blowing, right? It's freaking me out as Andrew the human. It's freaking the mind out of like, whoa, where did that come from? Or wow, that was just almost instantaneous. And I'm going to share some of this with you. And that's really what I want to share with you are the things that have been coming through. So the first thing, and it's so funny because the irony of this, too, is not lost on me. We're in this construct called linear time, and it is an illusion. And I love to talk about how much of an illusion linear time is. And yet it's also a very valuable construct because what it does is when we are paying attention, and I'm talking about like through social media, when Facebook does the things of like, oh, this is what was happening a year ago. And I've currently been going through or working on this project where I'm going through a lot of my old videos and reviewing them. And every single time, like I'll look on Facebook on that timeline when you do your timeline review of, 1, 2, 3, 4, however many years ago, it's always astounding to me how there are always patterns. And it seems like no matter what, I'm always kind of going through, or collectively we seem to be going through something kind of similar almost every single time. I find a parallel when I look back to what was happening at this time previously. And then as I was going through all of my old videos, there was one that I recorded in June of 2014, I think. It's called Living in the Void or Creating in the Void. I'll put the link at the end of the video. I'll put the link so that you can watch it. So that you can, if you're interested, you can watch it. Or I may even put it in the description. Anyway, about, 2013, 2014 of June, I was talking about, the title was Living in the Void or Creating in the Void, and I was talking about this idea, which I'm going to share with you a little bit. And then 2 nights ago, I was over at a friend's house and we were watching the Drag Race premiere. And we were sitting outside, we were making dinner and we were just sitting outside hanging out before the show started. And we were talking about something, and he was, we were talking about intentions, and he was speaking about the intention for himself that he has set to allow himself to be in the void. To allow the old him, as it is moving out, as it is dying, as it is falling away, as he is shedding this skin and this identity and this story and all that comes with it of who he used to be. And as the new version, the expanded version, the clarified version, the refined version is coming online, he's finding himself in this kind of in-between state. And so he was talking about the void. And how being in the void is very uncomfortable for him, and how the mind is freaking out. Well, if I'm not who I used to be and I'm not who I'm going to be, then who the fuck am I and where am I, right? So our mind is oftentimes panicking and grasping and reaching for anything to hang on to, any identity, any belief, anything to give me a sense of who I am and what is my place in the world. And this is where I want to start with the void. And here's the essence of this idea, creating in the void. The void is what is required for creation, because before the one, there is the zero. And the zero contains it all. The zero is all potentiality. The zero is the superposition. The zero is Schrodinger's cat is alive and dead. The zero is everything exists as a potentiality and a possibility until I make a decision, until I tell a story, until I make a choice, until I look under the lid and say, oh, no, the cat's dead or whatever. And the message and the lesson of the void, especially when the void is the egg. Here's another way to think of it, right? The void is the pure unfertilized potential. It is just potentiality waiting to be fertilized, catalyzed, woken up, activated by you, by your beliefs, by your intentions, by your stories, by your emotions, by your choices. So we have to have the void. The void is also the space between the inhale and the exhale. The void is the place when you throw the ball in the air and there's a brief moment when it reaches its pinnacle and it just kind of hangs there before it starts to go down. So the void. And especially in this time when we are feeling so raw and so uncertain and like all of my old stuff is gone, all of my old coping mechanisms don't work anymore. Things that I used to love, I don't love anymore. The people that I used to love, I don't necessarily love anymore, right? So we're finding ourselves in this huge shift, this big redirection. It's a big 180. It's reorientation through disorientation. And when we are in these places of pivoting, of moving in a new direction, of letting go and creating space for the new, the mind freaks out. And here is the tea. Here is the essence and the lesson of this idea of the void. Can you stay connected to your truth, even in the absence of what you want? Or even in the absence of a story? If I am not who I used to be, and I'm still not clear who I'm going to be, but I know in the moment what feels true, what feels right, what feels safe, what feels certain, even if it's just an inkling, that's the void. Oh my God. And the mind hates a vacuum, right? Oh my God, who am I? What's going on? Oh my God, well, if I'm not the unlovable one that everyone hates and is going to be alone forever, then who am I, right? And the mind starts to scramble and grasp and scrape for answers, for something to hold on to, for something to attach to. And can you stay in your power, even in the midst of current circumstances, which may be telling you it's never going to happen? You're not worthy. It's not coming. You made a mistake. You fucked up. You heard wrong. You made the wrong choice. Not necessarily. Can you stay connected to your truth and your power in the absence of what you desire? And can you proceed without turning the absence of what you desire into evidence that you cannot have it? Or into evidence that you don't deserve it, or that it's not going to happen, or that you're not worthy? That, my friends, is a master level lesson. Can I stay in my truth and in my power? You know, this is what I believe. I'll give you an example. I believe that where we are right now and everything that's happening on the planet is helping us. I believe that every single damn thing that is occurring right now is assisting us in some way. It is serving us in some way. It is here to show us something. I believe that everything that is happening on the earth right now is clearing away the old model so that the version of reality where everybody gets a seat at the table, which is probably the purest distillation of what my vision for what I do is that this work is about creating a world where everybody gets a seat at the table. And in order to do that, I've got to do it for myself first, right? I've got to create a space within me where every part of me gets a seat at the table. And it would be really, really easy for me to look around at the world right now and say, man, this is not a world where everybody gets a seat at the table. This is the most fucked up, divisive, chaotic, conflicted, violent, scary, dangerous place that I have ever seen. But I don't believe that. In my heart, I do not believe that. But it's the mind that looks around and goes, Andrew, are you paying attention? Are you reading the news? Are you listening? So this is what I'm talking about in the void. We are in the influx right now. We are in this place and probably will be for the rest of the year. And even as we move into 2020, clear vision, it's coming. Even as we move into 2020, we are going to be presented with a lot of fucking scary, chaotic, intense, insane stuff. But that does not mean for a second that that can become evidence that the world that we dream of, the world where it's, you know, a free economy, where everyone gets a seat at the table, where water and clean air and housing and food and insurance and safety and all of those things are just basic fundamental human rights, right? Whatever it is, that is your dream and your vision for yourself and for the future. Can you hold that vision clear even in the absence of it. And more importantly, and here is the key, there's a song by 38 Special called Hold On Loosely, or is it Hang On Loosely? I think it's Hang On Loosely. Anyway, 38 Special, hold/hang on loosely, that basically says hang on loosely, but don't let go. And here is the key. You want a formula? The intensity and the certainty of your desire and your willingness to focus on it must also be matched and met by the same willingness to let go of it. That is how I avoid disappointment. The way that I create disappointment for myself is if I say it's only going to look like this or feel like this or smell like this or taste like this. And if it doesn't, then I'm going to be unhappy and I'm going to be dissatisfied unless it is this exact thing. Girl, get comfortable because you just created a whole lot of suffering for yourself. But if I say what I really would love is to feel like this and to have this experience, and I hope that it looks like this, and ideally it would be amazing if it looked like this, but hey, what I'm willing to say to you, Spirit, is this or something greater. And I am so willing to believe that everything that is happening is happening for me and in support of me, that I am just as willing to let go of the thing that I desire, with the understanding that whatever comes is going to be the best match for me. So that's the first one, creating in the void. Can you let the absence of what you desire be present without internalizing that and making it another shitty story about why you can't have what you want, right? Before we move on to the next one, I want to share with you a couple events that I have coming up. June 21st, 7 p.m., the Solstice Portal activation at 22 Teachings. I'm going to put the link in the bio. This solstice is going to be massive. It is going to be major. I can already feel the energy coming in, and that is the passage where we are between now and the 21st is going to be increasing levels of light to continue to push all this stuff to the surface. We have the new moon starting on June 3rd, just a couple of days from now, and that is really going to be a skyrocket that's going to move us forward towards the 21st. So I would love to see you on the 21st, 7 to 8:30 p.m. here in Los Angeles at the 22 Teachings School downtown in the Arts District. I will put the link in the bio so that you can sign up. I would love to see you. And it's a great opportunity for us to come together and do this live. The second one is June 9th, a week from tomorrow. So not tomorrow Sunday, but a week from Sunday. I am going to be doing the June pathfinding via Zoom. So these are going to be done online. And I love these pathfinding events. The first one was last month, and it was so freaking awesome to come together and have a real-time discussion about what were the themes and energies of May. So it's an hour and a half or 2 hours. I can't remember exactly how long it is, but it's at least an hour and a half of question and answer, of discussion, of psychic intuitive insight, and you will also have time for your personal questions at the end of the video, or the end of the event. So what we do to begin the event is we open up the themes and the topics of the month. We talk about whatever it is that's going on. It's a time for us to engage one-on-one and individually and as a group. Hey, what's up? It's Andrew. Sorry to interrupt the video, but I just wanted to take this second to say, first of all, thank you for taking the time to stop by my channel and watch my videos, and let you know that now, if you want to watch the whole video, you can head on over to patreon.com/AndrewMartinEnergy, and you can check it all out over there. Patreon is now the place where I am funneling all of my video content, all of my online content. Everything goes to Patreon first. So if you are enjoying the video and you want to see the rest of it, head on over to patreon.com/AndrewMartinEnergy and sign up, and you will get so many amazing things. You're going to get discounts on event tickets, both live and online events. You're going to get free tickets to certain and select events. You're going to be first in line for all ticket sales. You're going to see the entirety of every video that I create. It's going to be posted on Patreon, plus a whole lot more that I am in the midst of creating that is going to be really, really exciting. I really hope that you will come over and join the amazing community that we are building over at Patreon. Love you. Thanks for watching.